ఇంగ్లీష్ మెథడాలజీలో డైరెక్ట్ మెథడ్ అనే టాపిక్కి సంబంధించి నేను మీ ఎగ్జామినేషన్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూలో MCQS అంటే మల్టిపుల్ చాయిస్ క్వశ్చన్స్ని ప్రిపేర్ చేశాను. చూద్దామా మరి? లెట్స్ గెట్ స్టార్టెడ్. ద ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ ఈస్, which of the following is a primary characteristic of the direct method? A. Emphasis on grammar rules and translation. B. Use of the mother tongue for explanation. C. Immersion in the target language. D. Focus on rote memorization of vocabulary lists. The right answer is C. Immersion in the target language. Next, in the direct method classroom, what is the role of the teacher primarily? A. A translator and grammar explainer. B. A facilitator and model of the target language. C. An authority figure correcting every error explicitly. D. A provider of bilingual dictionaries. The right answer is B. A facilitator and model of the target language. Next, which skill is typically emphasized most in the initial stages of the direct method? A. Writing complex essays. B. Reading extensive literary texts. C. Oral communication and listening comprehension. D. Translating sentences accurately. The right answer is C. Oral communication and listening comprehension. Next, what is the approach to grammar instruction in the direct method? A. Explicit teaching of grammatical rules before practice. B. Grammar is taught inductively through examples and practice. C. Grammar is largely ignored in favor of fluency. D. Students learn grammar solely through translation exercises. The right answer is B. Grammar is taught inductively through examples and practice. Next, how is vocabulary typically introduced in a direct method lesson? A. Through bilingual word lists. B. Using definitions and explanations in the mother tongue. C. Through real objects, pictures and actions. D. By memorizing words in isolation. The right answer is C. Through real objects, pictures and actions. Next, error correction in the direct method usually involves A. Immediate and direct correction of every mistake. B. Gentle reformulation and modeling of correct language. C. Ignoring errors to encourage fluency. D. Providing written corrections after the activity. The right answer is B. Gentle reformulation and modeling of correct language. Next, the use of translation as a teaching technique in the direct method is A. Encouraged as a way to clarify meaning. Encouraged as a way to clarify meaning. B. Strictly avoided. C. Used sparingly for complex grammatical structures. D. The primary method of explaining new concepts. The right answer is B. Strictly avoided. Use of translation is strictly avoided in direct method. Next, Which of the following activities would be commonly found in a direct method classroom? A. Filling in grammar worksheets. B. Translating dialogues into the mother tongue. C. Role-playing real-life situations in the target language. D. Memorizing verb conjugations. The right answer is C. Role-playing real-life situations in the target language. Next, what is the primary goal of the direct method? A. To develop strong reading and writing skills. B. To enable students to think and communicate directly in the target language. C. To provide a strong foundation in grammar and vocabulary. D. To prepare students for standardized language tests. The right answer is B. To enable students to think and communicate directly in the target language. Next, the direct method is often associated with which historical language teaching reform movement? A. The grammar translation method. B. The audiolingual method. C. The reform movement. D. The silent way. The right answer is C. The reform movement. Next, which of these is not a typical teaching aid used in the direct method? A. Realia, which means real objects. B. Flashcards with target language words and pictures. C. Bilingual dictionaries. D. Charts and diagrams in the target language. The right answer is C. Bilingual dictionaries. Next question. How is student interaction typically facilitated in the direct method classroom? A. Primarily through individual written assignments. B. Through pair and group work using the target language. C. By students asking and answering questions in their mother tongue. D. Through teacher-led drills and repetitions. The right answer is B. Through pair and group work using the target language. Target language. Next, what is the attitude towards the learner's first language in the direct method? A. It is seen as a valuable resource for learning. B. It is actively suppressed in the classroom. C. It is used occasionally for clarification. D. It is integrated with the target language instruction. The right answer is B. It is actively suppressed in the classroom. Next, which of the following best describes the pacing of a direct method lesson? A. Fast paced with a focus on covering a lot of material. B. Gradual and adapted to the student's understanding. C. Highly structured with strict time limits for each activity. D. Dependent on the teacher's fluency in the mother tongue. The right answer is B. Gradual and adapted to the student's understanding. Next, how are reading and writing skills developed in the direct method? A. They are the primary focus from the beginning. B. They are introduced after a foundation in oral communication is established. C. They are taught through translation exercises. D. They are considered less important than speaking and listening. The right answer is B. They are introduced after a foundation in oral communication is established. Next, a potential limitation of the direct method could be A. Its over-reliance on grammatical rules. B. The need for teachers who are highly proficient in the target language. C. Its excessive use of the learner's mother tongue. D. Its lack of focus on communicative competence. The right answer is B. The need for teachers who are highly proficient in the target language. Next, in the direct method, how is meaning typically conveyed? A. Through detailed grammatical explanations. B. Through translation into the mother tongue. C. Through demonstration, context and visual aids. D. Through rote memorization of definitions. The right answer is C. Through demonstration, context and visual aids. Next, which of the following assessment methods would be most aligned with the direct method? A. Grammar and vocabulary tests in isolation. B. Translation tasks. C. Oral interviews and role-playing scenarios. D. Multiple choice tests focusing on grammatical accuracy. The right answer is C. Oral interviews and role-playing scenarios. Next, the direct method aims to create a learning environment similar to A traditional grammar school. B. Natural language acquisition. C. A language laboratory with repetitive drills. D. A bilingual education program. The right answer is B. Natural language acquisition. Next, what is the role of explicit grammar explanation in a typical direct method lesson? Listen. A. It forms the core of the lesson. B. It is provided only when absolutely necessary and inductively. C. It is given at the end of the lesson as a summary. D. It is replaced entirely by translation exercises. The right answer is B. It is provided only when absolutely necessary and inductively. Thank you.